Hello?
We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to We Need to Talk, episode number 65. I'm host Mr. MR.KOA alongside
Top Boy.
And we are 5 days away from the third live show.
Yes.
WNTT Live, Shoot Your Shot. So far, we're, I think, just under 60 or 70 tickets sold so far. We're trying to fill up. Fill up.
Yeah.
We have room for 100 seats. I know you guys are last minute. You guys just wait until the last minute to buy your tickets.
Buy tickets at the door.
Hey, listen, if you come to the door and you don't have a ticket, I'm not letting you in. If you come to the door and you don't have a ticket, I will send you to the app and you will purchase a ticket at the app at the door.
Yeah.
Just save your time. Buy it online before you come. Hope to see you guys all there. I'm excited. This show will be really, really different for us. I think we're more seasoned now.
Definitely.
I think we have some things we want to do with you guys, which is gonna be really cool. We got some questions, some topics, games as usual, some icebreakers. It's a cool vibe, and I love it every time we do it. So hope to see you guys there. Just another plug for you guys. May 11th, this Saturday, 8 p.m. in Toronto. Be there, or you better have a good excuse like Michelle Obama or something like that, because that's the only good excuse I heard.
Yo, actually no. I'm calling her out.
That was last week, wasn't it?
That was this weekend.
Yeah.
So she's coming to the show.
I just booked it. I thought she was here again. So I was like,
so did I. I thought she
like,
was here 2 weeks in a row.
Michelle's coming again?
Nope.
But then I booked that it was last weekend. So now, whoever's excuse that was, you need to be there. Who was that? Let me call her out. Whose excuse was that?
It was. Hold on. I'm going to go check right now. Because even I was like, okay, that's a good excuse.
Yeah, I saw when you called. I was like, okay, Michelle Obama, fine. But that's over with. So where you at?
That was Sharice.
Sharice, you better show up. Yeah, be in your box side to the show. All right, guys. This will be a quick episode just to touch base with you guys. We don't have much to really talk about right now because we got some great stuff to talk about to you guys on Saturday. But this is more just, just a check-in episode. Yeah. Another reminder. I got a lot of good feedback from our last episode with was it Royston?
Yeah.
The last one. That was a raw episode, guys. That was very raw. I
pretty
apologize.
much no filters in that episode.
I got a lot of DMs from people saying they're disappointed in me.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
For which one?
Not like dead ass disappointed in me, but just like disappointed in you, piece of shit.
For which video though?
For if she's bad, I'll still want the kid. But if she's not, then they're like, I thought you had more morals than that. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Come on now. You know who I talk to. But no, that was a great episode. Thank you again, Royston. We are in May right now, or about mid-year. Yeah. How do you feel so far? It's mid-year already.
How do I feel?
Holy shit! Like,
honestly, I feel tired.
Bro, I'm bust.
In the sense that I feel tired for a couple of reasons. One, the year is just flying by. And I mean, it's obviously a combination of things because I'm busy or trying to be as busy as I possibly can.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things coming up on the rise that I haven't spoken about publicly yet. Like, some of them, but I'm looking forward to those things. And then, it just makes you realize that it sounds cliche, but time really does wait for no one. So
no man.
It literally waits for no one. It's May. Like, I remember New Year's. Like, that was kind of like yesterday. It's already gone by. Shit. Like, it's going by quick, bro.
How does this year feel compared to last year, business-wise?
It feels good. I mean, it was a little bit slow in the beginning of the year. Going into warmer weather, it always picks up. Business-wise overall, I can't really complain too much, though. I've been doing a lot more video work this year than I did last year. Last year, I did a lot more like photography, that type of stuff. But no, I can't.
But how do you feel like
in the business of it?
Yeah, I mean, like for me, if I was to explain, I guess to answer my own question, for me, last year for me was like experimental, very experimental.
Yeah.
Me. I was taking random stuff. I was I do a baby shower here. I do a wedding here. I do an event here. I do a sport event. I was just doing whatever and just kind of like dabbling my hands in a bunch of different things because I was kind of like I was just enjoying the process of it. I quit my job and I was kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna say yes to everything because you know why not, and it's money and whatever. But after closing last year, I feel now I'm a lot more strategic and a lot more tactical in how I go about things. Even the way I share things, like I feel like I was sharing a lot more things last year, like just because you know the excitement of it and just you know just the process of just getting stuff out there because I was just so excited and it was a crazy year for me. But I think now like even pacing, bro, like right now like my output from last year, what I thought was sustainable is no longer sustainable in this year. And what I mean by that is like I can't be putting projects out as fast as I used to because now I'm doing larger projects and closer together,
which requires
more time, right? So it's like, for example, like I was telling you earlier, so I shot a wedding in Mexico last week, right? I got back on Saturday night last Saturday. Yeah. And since then, on the Sunday, I shot a wedding. And then I shot an event on the Monday. Then I did something on midweek. Then I shot another thing a couple days ago. And I
like
shot
another wedding or the one I shot with you?
No, yeah, that one. The wedding with you. And then I shot another event midweek. And I shot another event near the ending of this week. And I shot another event 2 days ago. And I shot something yesterday, baby shower yesterday. I still haven't touched the Mexico stuff. Yeah. Like, it's like, it's getting overwhelming because I'm like, there's a time where I'm like, yeah, boom, I'll just shoot an event and I can put it out the next day, or and people are used to my speed of that because that's just what I was used to doing.
And what they saw.
They saw, it's like, oh, like Ryan shoots an event, it's up the next day. It's like, what the hell, this guy's quick. So now it's almost become like a subconscious standard for some people. Yeah. So now they're like, oh, yeah, when am I gonna see these? I'm like, oh yeah, I know I used to do stuff like at that speed that you expect, like things like tomorrow, like people are hitting me right now, like, yo, I need some pictures from the event a couple days ago. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to those. Yeah. And it's like, but the thing is, these are repeat customers, right? So it's not so much the new people, because new people, like, if I tell you how long it takes, you're like, okay, whatever. Yeah. But it's the people that are repeat business with me now. Yeah. And they've shot with me before, and they're used to my speed before, and now I'm like, they're like, yo, where are the pictures at? And I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't even looked at that shit. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I was just hoping for some stuff today. And I'm like, I just shot your event yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, but like,
I just shot it though. Like,
but the thing is, this is my own fault, because there was a time where I would shoot their event and tomorrow, like, boom, here's your stuff. Yeah. And they're like, oh, sick. So now I created like this own pressure on myself from people that have already shot with me. That's like, oh, like, Ryan, I shoot the event today. Like, I'll get it by tomorrow. I'll tell my friends, like, I have my stuff up. Now I'm like, listen, like, I shot your event yesterday. I still have a wedding from last week. Yeah, like, you need to go through. I'll try and get, like, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, yeah, cool. But I can tell that's kind of like okay. Rather than like, oh yeah, no problem. It's like a,
So my question is, in comparison to last year, do you think, is that one of the biggest lessons you've learned?
Yeah, business-wise? I need to pace myself a lot better now. I'm learning now, like, because I'm like, I need to, like, one, in terms of deadlines, like, I have to make much further deadlines for people, because I'm almost putting like unnecessary pressure on myself because of my work ethic. Yeah, but it's burning me out, because like I know I'm like, okay, what I could normally do, I'm like, I can shoot an event, I'm like, yeah, I get it to you within 4 days or 3 days, whatever. Now I can't say that, like, I don't want to say that anymore, because now if I don't, it's like, yo, and I'm like, for example, what's happening is, like, say I shoot your event today, say I shoot you today, and I'm like, yeah, I should have your stuff in 3 days, whatever, right? But then say I come home and I get booked something for tomorrow. Yeah. And I get booked for something the next day after. Yeah. I can't even sit I can't even touch your stuff, because I'm not doing it. Yeah. Because I'm not even physically capable. Yeah. So, but you don't know what the hell I'm doing. I told you 3 days, and then I got booked, and I'm like, fuck. So now I come home and I get booked again, and I'm like, shit. And now the day comes, like, yo, where's that? I'm like, yo, I haven't even now I look like unreliable.
Yeah.
But I told you that. It's like you didn't say give this to me in 3 days.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm putting myself in these binds by just underestimating like my capacity now, you know?
Yeah, the thing, like, listening to what you're saying, I don't think, and I think you know this, there's nothing wrong with telling people an extended wait time for their projects. And it's really just a buffer for you in this scenario, right? Because, for example, let's say you do a photo shoot today. It might sound ridiculous in your head if you told someone, okay, like, you'll get all the final assets in 2 weeks. Like, 2 weeks sounds like a long time. But you, more than anyone, knows that 2 weeks goes by very quickly.
Bro, the week just went by. I haven't touched anything.
Right? So it's like you have to give yourself that buffer time. And honestly, I find the best way as well, sometimes just explaining it to the client in the way where it's like, listen, obviously, I would love to give it to you in 3 to 4 business days. If I wasn't as swamped, like the way things are going, that would be the case. But more importantly, I don't think you want me to give it to you that quickly, because if you do, the quality might suffer at this given point, right? Because before, like,
now it will be rushed. Now it will be rushed.
Because before, yes, you could turn around a video or a photo shoot in a day or two, and the quality would be good because it'd be like you'd be doing like one project every 3 days. But now it's like you're doing 1 to 2 projects every 2 days, so it's gonna catch up with you, right? So it's good that you're aware of this, though. I mean, sometimes you learn. People don't have we don't have the foresight, especially in this industry, to see these things ahead of time. Because you can never anticipate how busy you're gonna be. Like, I was talking to my older brother about this the other day. My second oldest brother, I met up with him, and he was asking me about freelancing, and I said that's the one thing that's hard to gauge about what, like, Brian and I do, is that you can't plan for certain gigs in advance. Right. You know, like, I have one of my main clients is like a really big architecture firm here in Toronto. And before the, like, going, like, fall of last year, a little bit of summer, going into winter, they had me doing a lot of work for them because they were developing all these buildings. So I was like flying all over the place, doing all this shit. Winter dies down. So I know that I'm going to the warmer weather. I've talked to them. They're gonna just need a lot more work from me. But I can't tell you when that work is gonna be, right? Or how much. Like, I can't tell you any of those things. So it's hard to plan, right? Because I could, like, you and I could pick up a gig tomorrow for fucking Foot Locker, Nike or whatever. And then 2 days after we shoot, I find out that this client now wants me to shoot like a couple buildings for them. They need them done like the next 3 days. But I have a video that I have to edit for Nike. You know what I mean? Like, that's a predicament that we often find ourselves in. And
they don't care. There's like,
no one cares. Like, it's just get it done, right? And you have to try and talk to them and be like, listen, you're not my only client. You're not my only client. It's tough. I dealt with it in PR too. Like, when I worked at a PR firm, it was the same thing. You have
they think you're helping them only.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you get my email? It's like, yeah, and everyone else is.
Yeah, I have a lot of clients, like, so that's the thing. You have to treat every client like they're your own, but then you have to remind them that they're not your own. You know,
they're not the only.
Yeah, it's like it's a weird dynamic. So it's good that you recognize that, though. The one thing I think that I learned from last year to this year would probably be you mentioned it with, like, burning out, right? Like, it's very easy to get burnt out in multiple ways, like whether it's like mentally or physically. And I talked to Josh, like, Customatic, about it a bit. So he kind of like reminded me that I need to, like, put more into, like, my physical health so that, it's not really affecting me when I'm doing camera work. Right. But yeah, like, that's probably one of the biggest things, because it's it's true. We talked about it with Royston. No one wants to be sitting in front of a computer for 12 hours editing a video. Right? Like, that's not fun. Like, it's really not. No matter how much I like the project itself.
So it's time.
It's time. It takes a lot of time. And just like anything else you do in life, whether it's, whether you're single and in a relationship, you need to carve out some time for yourself to kind of like recuperate.
Yeah.
You know, because you're feeling that right now, aren't you?
Bro, I'm done. Like,
I feel like every
like-
time I've seen you, like recently, you've been saying like, I am bust,
like
I'm done.
It's hard. Like, and it's like, I don't complain because I'm like, I
Signed up for it,
I
but-
asked for this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But what are you gonna? I'm asking you directly. Like, what are you gonna do to fix this? Because you're aware that you're getting burnt out.
Yeah.
Right? Like you just said it. So, what do you think you can do to like combat this issue?
one, I have to start by pacing myself the way I was. Like, I have to literally have like a standard, regardless of large project, small project, a standard like receipt time.
Yeah.
Regardless of if I shoot you 2 headshots or I shoot the whole project, it will take X amount of time.
Yeah.
And that X amount has to be a comfortable amount where I'm like, if something happens within that time, can I still get it done and be okay? You know what I mean? Whether it's a week, 2 weeks, it has to be something standard. Because sometimes it's like, oh, sometimes it's 1 day, sometimes it's 5, sometimes like, yeah, I'll give you today. Like, I can't do that. Like, because then they get used to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I know I can do it, I have to do it for myself because I'm setting a standard for them now.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, like, they're not going to be like, oh, he gave it to me today, but that was just for today. They're going to be like, oh, that's what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just why they're going to think any different. So now if I say, oh, it's 3 weeks, they're like, oh, the last project you gave it the same day.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but that was the last project. Yeah, so what? Like, can't you just, you know what I mean? Like, now they're aware that I can do it, which creates this unnecessary expectation.
Yeah, it creates this narrative that you will always do it.
So that I have to work on doing that. Second thing, I have a fucking LA membership that I haven't even been to the gym in how long because I'm just tired. Like, it's like, and the whole point of me getting that membership was because I was at my computer all the time and I didn't have a chance. I used to play in men's leagues all the time. So like I was being active because I'm like, I'm in the men's league. I have games every week, whatever. So I was getting my exercise. I was doing my thing. But because I got so busy, I can't commit to a league anymore because I'm out of town here. I'm like, I'll miss games.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know what? Let me get an LA membership so I can still hoop and stuff. Go to the gym if I need to. And then now I'm not even doing that. So I'm paying for this membership. I don't even go to the gym anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, every time I see the bill come out, I'm just like, I haven't gone to the gym. Like, I haven't gone.
Yeah.
I haven't gone. Like, I'm like, I paid this for the month. I didn't even go. Like, I'm like, it's just burn money. You know what I mean? So it's like, I have to, whether it's schedule, like I schedule everything else in my phone. So I need to start scheduling, like, just go to the gym, even if it's to hoop by myself. And just I need to get up, right? Because there's times I'm just sitting at my computer doing stuff, or I'm in bed laying down, like, just take a nap. I don't sleep at night sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just, midday, I'm just like, yo, I'll just crash for like 2 hours, get back up and, you know. So I have to get that routine back. And then 3, honestly, like, I need to prioritize how I'm spending my time with people, to be honest. I think that's the biggest thing. Because, like, it's so easy to try and fulfill everybody else's, you know, needs to see you.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, I can't. It's like, someone's like, oh, you want to do this? It's like, I'd love to. I can't. Because if I do this with you, now this project's late. You know, like, because I want to make you happy by seeing you. Or I want to, you know, check in or see my family, whatever, which of course you're supposed to do. But it's like, I'm at a point now, I'm like, if I allocate this time to see you or go out somewhere or go to dinner or whatever, I'm directly taking that time away from something that's progressing my business. Yeah. Like, it's literally coming out of my business. Yeah. It's not even like I could push anything around. It's like, if the hours I'm here with you, a project could have been done. Yeah. Like, that's how real it is.
Like, that's such a,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a very big point because, like, when I was working at, like, when I work at, like, the restaurant where I'm doing, like, bartending or whatever it is I'm doing, I explain to people, like, most of the people that work in the service industry that I know, they do, like, that's kind of like their secondary gig, depending on where they work. Because some people just make stupid money working in the service industry. But I have to explain to people that, look, if I'm going to be doing anything other than my freelance stuff, it either has to be something that I really, really like, or it has to, the time that I'm spending doing it has to justify it, because I could be, you know, doing other things and making money that way, right? And you know, it's a tough thing to like have to explain to some people that, you know, I can't hang out with you because it will literally cost me money. You know, that's what it really comes down to. If I hang out with you, I'm losing money.
Yeah.
And it sounds brutal to say, but it's a conversation that needs to be had sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like you know more than anyone. Like I'm quite sure there are people that you haven't seen in a very long time, and it's not because you didn't like them or anything like that. It's just had a lot to do with the fact that, you know, you got work to do.
Yeah.
You're busy.
And I actually can't.
You know?
So it's like, and honestly, I feel like it's almost, how do I explain it? It's because you need balance, right? Like anything, you want to have balance, because like too much of anything will drive you crazy, right? So it's like, yeah, you're working so hard, you're doing all this stuff. It's like, but there is a portion of growth and even business growth that is, you know, due to you having a social life, like that. Like that is also part of networking, right? So it's like, how do it almost has to? I almost have to kind of manipulate how I choose to socialize, where it's beneficial to my business as well. Yeah, like it has to almost be like, if I'm going to chill with some friends or something, I will do it only if I can also benefit business-wise from it as well. Yeah. Then I'd be like, okay, you know what? Then I can actually knock off two birds with one stone, because it's like, okay, these guys get their fix from chilling with me and seeing me, and I didn't lose any business acumen from doing this, right? If I gained something, okay, I didn't work on something, but I gained something by going. I just can't do wasteful, like, activities anymore.
That's why having gigs that are generally fun is like such a treat, because it feels like you're getting the chance to like socialize, but you're getting paid to do it. Right. Whereas, like you said, now you're at a point where you're constantly saying to yourself, like, man, it would be fun to be here, but I got like work to do, or I could be getting paid doing something better, you know?
I think one of the worst feelings now for me is like, if I went out to MR.KOA this week, and like even when I go wherever I go, like when I go out now, I'm so like business focused and like locked in that like literally I'm like super aware of everything now. Yeah. To the point of like, I'll be at the club just chilling, having a drink, whatever, and everyone's dancing, everyone's just in their world, whatever, and I just feel like I'm outside of myself. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm just like, why are you here? Yeah. Like, what are you doing here? You have projects to do. Yeah. Like it's 11:25 p.m. You don't want to be here past 1. Yeah. Like, you're standing by yourself. You're drinking right now. You'd actually rather be editing right now. Yeah. Let's be honest. You don't even like people here. Yeah. Why'd you come? Like, it's like, I'm literally just sitting there, and then I'll leave early. Because I'm aware that I'm not even having fun. Yeah. Because like that stuff doesn't entertain me anymore. People like bottles coming out and everyone blowing money, and I'm looking at it, I'm just like, okay, like, you got the bottle. You got the bottle now. Now you're battling him for bottles. Okay, cool. These girls are trying to drink. Like, I'm just so fucking aware of everything that I'm like, this is dumb. Yeah. Like, it's like this going out is dumb. Yeah. I feel like I'm dumb. Why are you here? And then I'm just like, most of these people here probably don't work for themselves. Most of the people here probably have a set paycheck. Most of the people here either sell drugs or they're fucking stripping. What are you doing here? Yeah. You don't even belong here. You're not shooting. Why are you here? Yeah. Unless you're shooting and making money tonight, what are you doing here? And then just leave. Because I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. I can't justify it.
That's the funny thing though, is like, you know, if I'm not getting paid, why am I here? Like, that's something. I mean, that's something I said to myself a bunch of times. Yeah, you know.
Sometimes you have to. That's why it's hard, because sometimes you have to do things you're not getting paid though. Like sometimes there's a bigger picture to do things whether you're getting paid or not. It's just to determine what are those things. Yeah, and clubbing isn't one of those things.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
look, man, it's weird. Like we're living in a weird time. You mentioned the whole sharing thing, right? Like you share less than you used to before. Um, I was watching the new episode of The Shop, LeBron show, and Pharrell was talking about how the difference between his
Where
generation.
did you watch that, by the way? I want to watch it.
Do you have Crave?
No.
I'll give you my Crave login. Crave is like how it has HBO. It's like another Netflix.
Like a TV network for TV shows?
Yeah, Crave is American. Like it's American streaming service. That's what it is.
Okay.
But like when you log in,
But it's live or it's old stuff?
no, it's live. Like you can watch.
No, but if it's done now, you can't watch it now, no?
Yeah, you can.
You said it's live.
Yeah, so like for example, I watched Game of Thrones on Crave, right?
Yeah.
And like when it Game of Thrones comes on HBO at 9 p.m. every Sunday. If I log in, I can watch it live as it's happening.
Right.
And then once the episode's done, I can just stream it afterwards.
Oh, it's
Anytime I
still
want.
there.
It's still there.
Oh, okay.
So just like that, HBO's The Shop with LeBron James, like you can just watch all the episodes anytime you want, right?
Okay.
It's like logging into Netflix,
Yeah.
it's a streaming service. And yeah, Pharrell was talking about his generation in comparison to Travis Scott, because he was on there. And Travis is our generation.
Yeah, young.
And he was, I'm pretty sure he's my age or like a year younger. I can't remember. But he was, Pharrell was basically saying that, you know, his generation was all about privacy. You know, like they didn't really put a lot out there. And he's like, this new generation, he's like, Travis' generation is kind of like it, where they share everything. I more or less think it's like the generation below us that share like absolutely
Like
everything.
overshare. Like
In my eyes, it's oversharing.
Yeah.
For them, it's probably just like normal, right? But yeah, he said a lot is good and bad. Like the good side of it is you're getting to experience more things that you never would have seen or heard about because people are just sharing different perspectives, all these different stuff. And it's weird being a freelancer in this world because sometimes I feel like there's like this unwritten rule that you have to share what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean?
like relevancy?
Yeah, like not even sometimes I think about like my work. Like I don't even share most of the work that I'm doing because I know that I feel like in my head it's just not relevant to people who are following me.
Like they don't care.
But then at the same time, I'm also the same person that believes in this philosophy that you never know who's watching.
Absolutely.
Right? So it's like I catch myself in this 22 because last year I used to share everything. This year I don't share as much, mainly because I'm either too busy or I just quite frankly don't care to. Because I know that I have all these other things on the go that it's like I'm now picking and choosing what I truthfully want to share.
Right.
But then it's like I'm thinking about like why don't I share more of the work stuff that I do, right?
Like what you have to lose from it?
Yeah, like what do I have to lose? I don't think I necessarily have anything to lose. I don't care about my following. Like I don't watch my numbers and I'm just like, okay, like I'm losing people because I posted this. I don't care about those things because those things don't pay me. You know what I mean? It goes back to that mentality, you know? Before that used to be a thing. It's like I'd be watching the numbers and be like, okay, cool, like I'm going up. But then I was like, yo, those things literally don't pay my bills.
At all.
Like nothing. You know, I've been getting gigs with companies with big names, and I don't
with
have
the following that you have.
with the following that I have.
Same.
And it's just because you put out quality work.
I think you're pertaining to your, you know, seesaw, like predicament regarding like posting or not posting and sharing or not sharing. I think like obviously for me like I'm more the sharing type versus you, but I think my method and my style works for me and may also work for you, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is I never, I think we talked about this before, but I never like post like hit me up or DM me to shoot or like now available or dates, free dates open. Like I never post like I guess like action posts, like to get someone to make action, to do something. I never tell someone to do something or to go to my website or book. Like I never do those type of posts. I just literally share the process of what I'm doing. Like if people like my personality when I'm at a wedding, I'm just fooling around, eating, talking shit at the wedding, just eating. But what I've noticed is I'll get work from those types of posts because people are literally not that anyone really cares that I'm at a wedding or shooting a wedding, but what I've noticed is that people are booking me because they're learning about my person. You don't know anybody online.
Yeah.
People don't know you online.
Yeah.
People don't know me online. If you know me in real life, you know me, but you don't. If people know you online, you don't know how you are. They just see what you post, and I don't know that guy. Like he posts good stuff, but I don't know him. My story and stuff I'm posting, or when I'm at a wedding, I'm just like, yo, I'm at this wedding, like, I'm like, look at this guy dancing. I'm just roasting a guy dancing, or I'm dancing with somebody, like, while I'm working.
Yeah.
Right? I am working.
Yeah.
But they're like, how's this guy having fun and like chilling? Like, is he shooting or is he part of the wedding? I'm like, I'm not part of the wedding. My camera's on me.
Yeah.
But you still see me like integrated, right? And what that subconsciously does is make people visualize me with them.
Yeah.
As a client.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's so chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really selling myself by not saying anything at all.
Yeah.
Just by you observing me do what I do. That might be enough for someone to book you because they're like, oh, yo, I was honestly thought he was like just super quiet and textbook and just transactional and just was kind of weird to be around. So I didn't want to book with him because I didn't know if I'd be comfortable. But no, I just saw him like he's dancing with like old people. Like, okay, yeah, like I think he's pretty chill. It's like, and that's just them making that up in their head just from what they've seen.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say I'm a chill guy that dances with people at wedding. Like, I didn't say that, but
they just see it and then they make their own.
Right.
Yeah.
So now people are booking me because like, oh, they'll see a wedding. I'll get people. You know, people send you your own story, or whatever. Yeah. People will send me my story of me doing stuff like while I'm working, but not the actual work itself. Asking me like, oh, like what are your rates for something, or what like because that video made them like, oh yeah, I should book this guy. It wasn't even me actually shooting; it was just me doing something while I'm shooting, or talking, or organizing something, or somebody will get I have a studio in my apartment now. Yeah, and sometimes you'll see me make videos. Like I'll let the people take my camera and just kind of talking it, like we're just doing a shoot with Ryan, whatever, and they'll record me editing. Like that's not me saying book with me, but now people can look at it like, oh, like he lets people like.
I like what you said.
He lets people watch him edit.
I like what you said though about it lets people envision what it would be like working with you by seeing the things that you post, right? So that's definitely like a great thing, because I do think one of the things I see from people who freelance is, you don't really know a lot of these people. Like there's a lot of people I admire their work online. I've been following them for a long time, but I couldn't tell you anything about them. Like I couldn't tell you if that person's an asshole or like if they're a nice person. Like
exactly.
It's one thing, having conversations with them through DMs. It's another seeing like a video of them interacting or like talking to people in those respects. So you do bring up a really good point about how you present yourself and doing the whole interaction between you and potential clients. So it's definitely a good thing. Something I'm definitely going to be thinking about moving forward, right? Because there's a lot of things coming up. Like about the whole boxing thing, and it's just like that's something to think about in terms of like getting like foot traffic and clients in there and that type of stuff. So
because even seeing you put the place together, like what are you doing? What are you building? Like people. I'm all about like the freedom of choice and the freedom of someone else's innate response to things. Yeah. I would never want to make people do things. Yeah. And I don't believe I should have to. And I feel the best clients and the most serious people are people who inquire on their own. Yeah. If you're asking me shit, I already have you. Yeah. Right? I don't have to sell you. You're asking because you care. Yeah. So it jumps past the selling portion of a transaction and becomes to now we're all really discussing is how much or how can I help you?
Yeah.
Rather than why I should.
Yeah.
Or like why you should be with me. Like you already want to be. Now you just want to know how does that happen? What needs to happen for that to happen?
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, for you, like if you're working on the new thing you're doing, whatever, and you start posting certain things and just creating that curiosity, like you'll know because people will be like, yo, Z, what are you doing? What is that?
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. This is what's going on. Oh, shit, sick, looks sick. I'll tell some people.
Yeah.
You post some other stuff, what's going on, whatever. People be like, where is that? Like, it's just enough for someone to be like, you care enough to ask. And if you ask, then we have a conversation now.
Yeah.
If I just post something and say, go here, this is the place, this is what we do, it's ignored. Like we know that. Like we know people do that.
Yeah.
If you post something and tell them all the information, it's so easy to just oh, everything's here? Oh, price and date and oh, that's boring.
Yeah.
But you see how I market. I'll post nothing. I'll post one post with my fucking question mark logo and
just keep it
if
moving.
you fucking respond to it, then I'll talk to you privately. Because if you respond to it, means you want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
If I say I'm looking for photographers that want to work under me, and if you're a photographer right now, you need more business, and you want me to start sending you some clients, and also after you comment here, I'm gonna send you an application form which has 10 questions you have to answer, and after that, I'm gonna go through all those questions and vet you guys. If I wrote all that shit, how many people are responding to that?
Yeah.
A couple would be like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I wrote fucking Jack. I just wrote, if you're a photographer and you're looking for something right now, drop something. Yeah. And people did, and then I built my brand from there, the KOA Pros. But I know those people would be good because I didn't tell you anything. You're just interested in, like, I just want to know what he's up to. Yeah. So I'm going to comment, which is those only people I talk to. Yeah. If you give, like, we're in the area, if you give people everything, they ignore it. It's just, it's dumb, but that's what it is.
Good point. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's a good place to wrap it up.
We're good. Yeah. We're checking in.
It's a short episode, but
we're checking in. We're checking out.
Just to remind you guys, podcast live show this Saturday, May 11th. Starts at 8 p.m. We know that some of you black people like to show up a little bit late. So
and we're gonna start with or without you. And when you start walking in, I'm gonna be like, "You're late."
You guys should know this by now.
You're late.
He does it every year.
Like, yeah, I'm honest. I feel no way. If I said 8 p.m., this isn't when you show up. It's 8 p.m. We're gonna be started. You're gonna walk in. I'm gonna say, get your ass a seat or stand in the back. Yeah, please. Nicely, of course, right?
Of course. But in the meantime, between now and then, because I'm sure this episode will be up before then. Yeah. If you guys have any questions that you want answered during the live show, come prepared. Think about them in advance. We always do a Q&A session with the audience, so think about that. And yeah, there'll be refreshments. There'll be some food. We'll be ready for you.
Shout out Mika. Mika's a new listener. Not new. Well, she's new, but she's a vet. Yeah. She was a new listener, but she's gone through all the episodes, so now she's a WNTT vet. So shout out to Mika for listening to all the episodes. Mika Yummy Cakes does cakes, cupcakes, pastries, chocolate covered strawberries, the works. She's gonna be bringing some treats for you guys, so come ready to eat with a sweet tooth and don't touch my strawberries. Those are mine. Other than that, guys, thank you guys again for stopping by another episode. We Need to Talk. See you guys on Saturday. I'm Mr. KOA alongside
Top Boy.
It's We Talk Podcast.
Hello? We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. We need to talk. We need to talk.